Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hague Avenue, the home of Southport Football Club. It's Premier League 2 action on a Monday night. It's Everton against Tottenham. I'm delighted that making his Everton TV debut tonight is Peter Clark, former Everton defender, current captain of Tranmere Rovers. Before we speak about the game, Pete, while we've got you, Tranmere Rovers flying at the moment.
Yeah, we're ticking along nicely. We're not getting carried away with ourselves. There's plenty of football still to be played, but we're in a nice position at the minute. We're in a good run of form, and long may that continue.
Looking forward to this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest with you. Spoken to Runs and to Jose. Know one or two of the lads, having come across a couple on loan spells and seen others on a regular basis. So looking forward to how they play tonight, and really looking forward to a good game in general.
Your former teammate Dave Unsworth doing a smashing job with the young players, isn't he?
Yeah, fantastic. You know, he's been in the job a while now. And I think he's perfect for the role in terms of developing younger players, but obviously his affinity with the football club, no one needs any introduction about that. They know full well about that, but his affinity with the club, his knowledge in general, his playing career, I think he's perfectly suited to the role. And, you know, obviously I played with Jose as well. He's come into his role now, and having spoken to him, thoroughly enjoying it, and I think the fact he's finished playing so recently is only beneficial to the lads that he's working with as well, because he's really relevant and current, and they can associate with him perhaps a little more than with Dave.
And you're still going strong at Tranmere Rovers, but have you thought about coaching? Have you done any badges yourself yet?
Yeah, as you say, I'm still ticking away at Tranmere, and I'm playing. I love that. Love playing, training, being out there in the thick of the action. Yes, of course, I've had to
modify your game.
Modify my game, adapt, and have one eye on the future. So yes, I have. I've done my A licence. I've made sure that when the time eventually came or comes, that I'm in a position where I can apply for jobs. I can not rely on just a playing career, but also the fact that I've got the qualifications that are necessary for the relevant roles.
Such a long and successful career you've had, Peter, but the grounding for the platform came on nights like this.
Yeah, of course. Like you say, a long career, one I've enjoyed every second of. But as you say, my football education, my football upbringing, it's with this football club, and I'm eternally grateful and very privileged that my football education was, to my way of thinking, perfect, by the way that Everton doesn't just produce players for their own first team. They produce players that are able to go on and have Football League careers. And as you say, I'm eternally grateful to the football club, the coaches, the people that I've been involved with through my formative years here. And as I say, I'm delighted to be back and looking at the new generation, shall we say.
Well, we do like to see young boys progress and have a good career in the game, and Peter Clark's certainly done that. And I'm sure we'll learn a lot more about his career as we go through the evening. But now though, let's have a look at some under-23 action. Everton come into this game in a really good run of form. The most recent fixture was the Merseyside derby against Liverpool. It ended 1-1, and here's the pick of the action.
Completely pulls out.
Triple. Speed it up. Protect the attack, Connor. Yes! Well done. Yes. Oh. Keep going. And again, Tom. Nick off that. Liam, Bala, protect the attack. Come on, you. 1v1, squad. Well done, you. Billy, Tom, stay. Bala, middle of the pitch. Well done, mate. Well done. Thanks, mate. Thanks, guys. All the best. Thanks, guys. All the best for the season. All the best. All the best.
That was the under-23s in mini derby action. Tom Cannon's goal earning a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. Peter, as well as the Premier League 2, a lot of these players will be involved in the FA Youth Cup 5th round tie against Manchester United, a competition that you've got a lot of affection for.
Of course, as you mentioned, the next tie against Man United, we played them in one of the early rounds. I think it was the 3rd round at Gig Lane. There was actually a collector's item that day, a Tony Abbott goal, right in the top corner as well. But
so you can say you played in an Everton team when Tony Abbott scored a goal?
I'm one of the ones, one of very few. But yeah, Ibbo scored a pearler that day. We drew 2 apiece and then went back to Goodison and gave him a good spanking. It was 4-0.
Yeah.
So if the boys can do that in the next round, that'd be perfect. But as you say, as a young player, as it was in those days, it was A and B team games, now youth games. You always had one eye on the Youth Cup and when that was starting, and as a football club I think it's prided itself on doing well in that. As players you wanted to perform well in that, and I was lucky enough to be involved in on the outside of it mainly. The team that went and won it, I was there the first leg of the final at Blackburn away, and there again on the evening when they came back to Goodison.
There's Welsh to Isaac Price. Now it's with Campbell. Wide to Samuel Smith. Infield to Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo better, brings it in field, shoots for goal and finds the bottom corner. It's a fabulous individual goal. Francis Okoronkwo scores again in the FA Youth Cup, and Everton take the lead with 2.5 minutes of the first half to go.
Well, it's a perfect time to score a goal, and Okoronkwo has been promising something along those lines in this first half. He's definitely a talent, there's no doubt about that, and he gets the ball on the left hand side, cuts inside, gets himself half a yard, and the finish is excellent in the far right hand corner.
I thought that Okoronkwo gets inside the penalty area. Okoronkwo toe poked it towards goal, then he gets the replay and it's a goal. Stanley Mills smashes it in from close range. Francis Okoronkwo once again causing mayhem inside the penalty area, and Stanley Mills doesn't miss those. 2-0.
Yeah, the 2 biggest threats of the whole night for us in royal blue shirts. Okoronkwo on the left hand side, just too strong and powerful on that left hand side, but he's just powerful.
Yeah,
pokes, you know, it was like a toe poke, then he follows up bravely, and Stanley Mills isn't going to miss that in the goal scoring form that he's in. They've kept us honest. There's no doubt about that. I mean, they haven't been a great attacking threat in the second half, but they've really kept us honest.
City Peck. In comes the corner. Header. Oh, it's gone in. There's the goal. Sheffield United have pulled a goal back. Now then, 2-1 with a couple of minutes to go. The time is up. Referee puts his whistle in his mouth, blows the final whistle, and Everton have beaten Sheffield United. It's Everton 2, Sheffield United 1.
Good win that for the boys, wasn't it, at Goodison Park against Sheffield United. Let's look ahead to tonight's game. Pete, Tottenham Hotspur come into this in third place in Premier League 2 on a good run of form, so it should be a good game of football, and I'm particularly looking forward to seeing Nathan Patterson, his first game as an Everton player.
Yes, looking forward to it myself. He's come in, and as you say, it's his first game, so we won't be the only ones that will be interested to see how he fares and how he fits in. So he'll be one to watch. I'm also looking forward to seeing Jared Branthwaite playing. Ellis Sims, obviously he had a really good loan spell at Blackpool, so he's probably, well, the two of them are probably some of the ones that we're going to be looking at, and they're probably the better players in the team. Looking towards the first team and pushing into that sort of environment. So for me, the boys I've mentioned, they've got to be the best players tonight. They've got to take that responsibility, accept that responsibility to be the best players and demand of themselves, demand of others around them. And if they do that, then they give themselves every opportunity of progressing and being in and around that first team environment on a regular basis.
Duncan Ferguson never misses an under-23 game here at Southport. We understand he will be here tonight. He's now the first team manager, so these boys have got to see this as an audition, haven't they?
Of course. Every game's an audition, Darren. You know, wherever it may be, however big or small the crowd, there's always someone there watching. So the lads that are playing tonight, it's an opportunity. As you described it there, it's an audition. They're in a shop window every time they play in front of a crowd or they play a game. So their thought process and mindset should be one that they want to progress. They want to be, as I mentioned, the best player on the pitch, and if the big man's here, then they should be wanting to impress him and give him no option but to involve them.
You know a little bit about Jared Branthwaite, don't you?
Yeah, he was obviously started out at Carlisle. I know Anthony Gerrard and Jez played with him for a spell, and we talked about him, having played against him myself. He was someone who, for his young years, he looked a mature player. Had an old head on young shoulders. He accepted responsibility in a man's game. So he's one I'm really intrigued to see this evening. And
is he a bit of an old school centre-half? The type that me and you like, the type that Evertonians like?
Yeah, I would say he is. And that's not meant in any way disrespectfully. The game has evolved and players have got to adapt. And players are probably now better on the ball or asked to do more with the ball as defenders than we probably were years ago. But I think his primary concern is defending, and he wants to be a good defender. He senses danger, he sees danger, and he puts it out in the most effective way he can do at the earliest opportunity he can do, which is a great sign for any defender, but a young one, brilliant.
There's plenty to look forward to, isn't there, for tonight's game, Everton against Tottenham Hotspur. That was getting to know Rhys Welch. Well, kick-off time is rapidly approaching here at Southport. Everton against Tottenham, two of the informed teams in Premier League 2. And just a few moments ago, I caught up with the Everton keeper, Harry Tyrer, to get his thoughts on tonight's game. Harry, we go into this game in good nick and a good run of form.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some good results from the turn of the year against Liverpool, Crystal Palace, two good sides in the Premier League 2, and I feel like we've had some good results out of them games.
What's changed, Harry?
I think togetherness in the squad. I think at the start of the season we were kind of youngsters coming up from the under-18s, and I feel we've now got that kind of youth and experience in terms of older players, and the younger players now have experienced a lot more games in the under-23 league, and I think we've together now. We're a better squad, better team.
And confidence breeds confidence, doesn't it? Once you go on a run, you get that feeling that you're not going to lose games.
Yeah, definitely. I feel the lads are full of confidence now, and I feel like the lads feel they're unbeatable sometimes, and the performances against top teams can show that.
How important is it to get lads in and around the squad who have had a little taste with the first team? People like Ellis Sims and Lewis Dobbin and Jared Branthwaite.
Yeah, it's crucial. It's crucial they can bring their knowledge or the knowledge of the game and what they learn up with the first team. They can come down and help us sometimes. So it is good to have them players come down and help us sometimes.
You could put yourself in that bracket as well because you train regularly with the first team and travel with the first team.
Yeah. I've trained a lot with the first team since the start of the year, start of the season, and I feel like that's helped my game massively, and I can bring that to the 23s and show it in games and help the boys out.
How big a boost was it to sign your contract?
Oh, massive. I'm a Blue myself, so it means the world to me. Not lost for words sometimes.
It's difficult to put into words, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is difficult, Darren. Sometimes I pinch myself every day walking through the gates, but yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
Let's speak about Tottenham Hotspur, because just said there before, Harry, we go into this game in good form, but so do they.
Yeah, they do. They've had some good results. They're a top side. As we know, we lost to them last time out, but I feel now we're a better team. We can probably give them a better game. And yeah, I feel like we could get a good result out tonight.
When you lose 4-0 against the team and you play them again a few weeks later, that's a little bit of motivation, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You want to get one over them because they've beat you 4-0 and the scoreline flatters them really, and it doesn't really flatter us. So we need to put that right tonight and get a good result.
Just finally, Nathan Patterson's first run out in a Royal Blue jersey tonight. How's he been in training?
Oh yeah, he's been class. He shows loads of energy. Just as a new signing should really, and I feel like he should have a good game tonight. He's done well in training, so yeah.
All the best, Harry.
Cheers, thanks Darren.
Avenue for Premier League 2 action on a Monday night. A chilly Monday night here by the seaside. Everton against Tottenham Hotspur. We're expecting a really good game from two informed teams in Premier League 2. Plenty of experience, certainly at this level, on both sides. You can see Everton, the standout name there is clearly Nathan Patterson, playing his first game in a Royal Blue jersey since his move from Glasgow Rangers. Jared Branthwaite, of course, has also had first team experience, so has number 9 Ellis Sims and Lewis Dobbin. And Everton side that's in really good form, full of confidence, as Harry Tyra said in our pre-match preview. Tottenham Hotspur, well, the standout name there is probably Jack Clarke, the boy they signed from Leeds United a couple of years ago. He's played for the first team. So has Alfie Devine, the youngest FA Cup goal scorer in Tottenham history. Their head coach is Wayne Bennett. We're looking forward to a good game, and I'm delighted to be joined for the first time in the commentary box by former Everton defender Peter Clarke, still going strong at Tranmere Rovers, and we've spoken on and off camera tonight, Pete. We're both looking forward to this, two informed teams.
Yeah, definitely. It's a game that we're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to see how the young players are going to perform in front of Duncan. It's an opportunity for them to test themselves, and an opportunity to put themselves in the manager's mind.
That's
going
what it's
into
all about.
The next run of games.
We are ready to go. Tottenham Hotspur, who are currently third in Premier League 2, are about to get us underway. Alfie Devine, he's from not far from here. He was born in Warrington. Alfie Devine, our referee, checks his watch. The players take the knee. No room in sport and football, in society, for discrimination of any sort. And a false start. We go again. Everton against Tottenham. Everton can go 8th in Premier League 2 with 3 points tonight, but it'll be difficult against the Tottenham side that beat the Blues 4-0 just a few weeks ago. That's a first touch for Harry Tyra. Belts it forward. Get after that, Lewis Dobbin, he says. Lewis Dobbin is quick. Have you seen much of our centre forwards, Lewis Dobbin and Ellis Sims, Pete?
A little bit less of Lewis Dobbin than I have of Ellis Sims. I saw Sims play a couple of times on loan at Blackpool last season, and he's got lots of good aspects to his game. Scored a good goal in the last league game against Bristol Rovers. I was impressed, but I was also left wanting a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see how he fares tonight. Lewis Dobbin, on the other hand, he's someone who bags of energy, bags of pace, and probably a little bit more instinctive in the way he plays than Ellis Sims.
So it was rapid, that's for sure. Early touch for Oluwayemi, the goalkeeper. And Tottenham Hotspur will bring the ball out from the back in a quite awful kit. Not worth describing what colour that is. It's every conceivable colour under the sun, that.
Yeah, not pretty.
No. Doesn't make for good television. Here's Alonso, the young Spanish boy. Into the middle it goes to Daniel Lusal. In the midfield area is Harvey White. Plays it forward. It's a decent ball as well. Low cross into the penalty area, and it's well dealt with by Ryan Astley, and needed to be as well.
Yeah, good positioning from Ryan. Got himself in a good position to clear the ball at the near post.
He's got a bit of nous at this level, Ryan Astley, hasn't he?
Yeah, we talked about Jared Branthwaite earlier. I look out there and there's lots of gloves and lots of base layers, and he's got short sleeves on.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
He looks prepared, he looks ready to go and play and ready to compete.
Yeah, he's the only one, isn't he, in a short sleeve shirt with no underarm.
He is.
Slice clearance there by Stanley Mills, and Nathan Patterson concedes a corner kick. A lot of interest in that young man's performance tonight. Big move for him from Glasgow Rangers to Everton. The first chance he's had to impress Duncan Ferguson, certainly in a match situation. I'm sure he's seen plenty of him already in training. But Everton have got some defending to do. It's a corner kick from this left-hand side that Harvey White's going to ping into the Everton penalty area. It's dealt with by Ellis Sims, still bouncing around, and it's headed wide by Malachi Fagan Walcott. Goal kick for Everton. Danger passes. Unbeaten in 8, Tottenham, and it's a great feeling, Pete. You know yourself at the moment, Tranmere Rovers, it's a great feeling when you're on a good unbeaten run.
It is. You know, if you go into games on the back of a decent run of results, as you say, 8 unbeaten, you go in and you feel like you can beat anyone. Yeah. You feel as though you're going to get a result no matter what. You're going to find a way to get a result or to win a game. So it's a lovely feeling to have going into a game, but you can't be complacent at the same time.
Absolutely not. Tottenham side unbeaten in 8, Everton unbeaten in 6. We've not lost in the league actually in Premier League 2 since the 4-0 mauling against Tottenham Hotspur, but as Harry Tyler alluded to in his pre-match interview, the scoreline did rather flatter the Londoners on that occasion. Chance for redemption, chance for revenge for the young Blues this evening. So Branthwaite takes the throw and Sims gets his head on the ball, nodded forward by Isaac Price. Sims scrapping away. Tottenham emerge with the ball, and Harvey White slides it forward to Dane Scarlett. Scarlett trying to skip past Isaac Price, feeds it to the right hand side. Tottenham have started quickly here, they've started brightly. White again. Lavinia ushered away by Patterson. White plays it in again. Nice little flick from Alfie Devine, but thankfully rolls through safely to Harry Tyra. Started well, Tottenham, haven't they?
They have. They look like they want to dominate possession, they dominate the ball. They're getting into some good little spaces, they're attacking players, the striker and the number 10s, and they're being found well by the deeper midfield players. So that's something that we've got to be aware of, and we've got to deal with sooner rather than later. We don't want them to allow them to really get in their stride and ultimately.
Harry Tyra had to be alert there to come out of his goal.
Yeah.
Jared Branthwaite just sold him a wee bit short with the back header, and Harry Tyra had to dash out before Dane Scarlett could get there, and almost a calamity.
It was. Harry Tyler's done very well, to be honest with you. He was on the front foot, he was proactive, he came out, as you say, the header was short and could have almost have left him in no man's land.
Brave as well, Harry, because there was every chance he was going to get a clattering there from 17-year-old Dale Scarlett.
Tottenham again. Diego Alonso. Back from Lavinia to his centre half. Malachi Fagan Walcott. Jamie Bowden takes over. Lavinia on this near side is the target, dealt with by Patterson. Lewis Warrington gets a touch on it, and Isaac Price belts it forward. Now then, can Ellis Sims get on the end of this? It's a sliced back pass by Fagan Walcott. It's not deliberate, says the referee. Marcus Moore. Bowden again. We need to try and just get a foothold in this game, Pete, don't we? And just pass the ball about, but get a bit of possession and try and play our way into the game.
Yeah, at the moment Tottenham are dictating the possession, they're dictating the tempo, and we're having to feed on scraps a little bit, but good interception by Patterson there.
Gets it back off Ellis Sims and can't quite get on the end of it. Well, he has scored for Scotland, has Nathan Patterson, but good bit of play from the young fullback. There's Isaac Price, busy as ever. Safety option, all the way back to Harry Tyrer. And Harry Tyrer knocks it long towards Ellis Sims. It's over Sims, but he's going to get the loose ball here. Ellis Sims for Everton. He's got Lewis Dobbin away to his left. He's also got Kyle John on the wide, but he's dispossessed by Marcus Muir. And Tottenham Hotspur can bring it away. Just for a second I thought it was going to open up for Ellis Sims there. It just wouldn't fall for him.
Yeah, no, it did. It looked like it was going to bounce through and he was going to have a run through on goal, but the pitch is a bit dry, a bit sticky, and it just held up on the surface, which allowed them to recover.
A little bit bobbly. Hague Avenue. Good footing by Ryan Astley. Squeezes the ball through to Isaac Price, and he lets Lewis Dobbin loose down the left hand side. Marcus Muir keeps with him. Lewis Dobbin gets there first. Trying to wriggle his way into a little bit of space. Gets a bit of help from Kyle John. This is better, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got 3 or 4 passes, which might not seem a lot to people, but that little bit of possession, unfortunately they've given it away. That possession does help players get in position to receive the ball, and obviously keeps the ball away from Tottenham through a period of time.
Tottenham have it now. White, good volley ball forward. Little flick is towards Dermy Lusal, but referee spots an offence, and it's a free kick for Everton. Jack Clark, the offender, and that'll relieve a little bit of the pressure as well. There's that sloppy back header by Jared Branthwaite. You're right, Pete. He was brave, Harry Tyrer, wasn't he?
Yeah, very brave. I don't think he knows where it is initially. Then he gets the header back. Really brave, because
done well.
He actually gets a touch before him. I think if I was Tyrer, I think I'd have been encouraging him to head it away for a throw-in maybe, rather than back to me as a goalkeeper.
Well, I think we've got a throw-in of our own now on this near side, which Nathan Patterson will take. Stanley Mills gives him an option. Ellis Sims as well. Other than that, not a great deal of movement, and it was a feature of the first team performance on Saturday against Aston Villa that we didn't create anything at all from throw-ins deep in opposition territory.
No, it's a strange one, to be honest with you, Darren. The teams get a throw-in up the high end of the pitch, attacking thirds, and they almost come too close to the ball.
Yeah, that's what was happening.
Yeah, if the thrower gets it back, the players are on top of him by the time the ball comes back to him.
Absolutely.
So if the players wanting to receive the throw-in were a little further away, maybe tried a little crossover or something, it might allow them to get a better possession.
Still room in the game for the likes of Rory Delap, isn't there? Someone who can launch the ball like a corner kick from the side of the pitch and a throw-in.
I think sometimes the clubs he was playing for would have preferred a throw-in than a corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here's Harvey White for Tottenham. And again, back it goes to Fagan Walcott. Now it's Muir. Marquez Muir. Been a Tottenham Hotspur since he was 8 years of age. Fagan Walcott. Lavinia. It's to nobody in particular. And Ryan Astley says thank you very much. Welsh looks at the run of Ellis Sims. He's over the shoulder of the defender. Bounces off his shoulder. Sims picks it up. Stanley Mills scampers forward in support. Gets the cross into the penalty area. Hacked away. Patterson slips at an inopportune moment, and Lavinia can bring it away for Tottenham. Looking for Clark on the far side. It's a poor clearance by Jared Branthwaite. Picked up again by Clark. He's trying to bulldoze his way through, and Branthwaite just does enough to see the ball safely through to Harry Tyder, but a couple of shaky moments for young Jared thus far. That's a good take by Isaac Price. Excellent play by Isaac Price. Kyle John on the left hand side gets across into the penalty area, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. But we're starting to give as good as we get.
Yeah, we're just starting to grow into the game a little bit more now, Darren, which is encouraging. Like we said, Tottenham started ever so well, but now we seem to have we've got a foothold in the game. Although they've got possession, it's deep in their own territory and not really hurting us so much at the minute. There's times where you can actually control the game without the ball, and at the moment that's what we're doing.
There's Harvey White for Tottenham, drills it forward. Little nudge on by Alfie Devine, but Branthwaite's there for Everton. That's better. Price looks for Kyle John. Muir just about the favourite to get there first, and does so. Kyle John, though, will try and get something out of this, and eventually it's a goal kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Everton 0, Tottenham 0, 12 minutes gone here at Southport. Tottenham, as I said, coming in a rich vein of form. They've had some excellent results of late, have the Londoners. That's why they're third in the table. They've drawn their last two. They drew against Blackburn Rovers at home 1-1. Jack Clark scored the goal. They've drawn away at Manchester United, but before that they beat Manchester City 3-0, and as I said earlier, Everton 4-0. So this would be a really good scalp if Everton can take 3 points from tonight's game. Premier League 2 action on a Monday night. We're live on the Everton YouTube channel. Myself, Darren Griffiths, and Peter Clark alongside me, who still looks back at his days at Everton with immense affection, particularly the resi stuff, the reserve team football.
Yeah, of course. As you say, eternally grateful, a huge debt of gratitude I owe to this football club to give me the tools to go on and have a career in professional football, in league football.
900 games, is it?
Not a million miles away. Not a million miles away. Chasing down that figure.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later, hopefully.
Yeah, some figure that. Unbelievable.
Probably only about 5 good ones, mind, Dad.
Well, I think your individual player of the season awards at all your clubs would counter that one, Peter.
Maybe so. Maybe people think I've done all right at times.
Here's Lewis Dobbin, edge of the penalty area. Oh, the linesman's flag is up on this near side, and that's a shame, because it was a nice move was developing there. And we said before that we need to play our way into the game, and we've done that. Unzi will be pleased.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. As you say, nice passage of play there again. We'll get it from one side, switch it to the far left over there, and I'm not sure what the linesman saw. I didn't think he was offside personally, but
good take by Lewis Warrington. Nice control by the Everton man. Good tidy player. Lewis Warrington gets it back off Kyle John. Here's Kyle John again. Can he get the ball into the penalty area? No, the cross is blocked by Jeremy Lusal. But much of the action is now, thankfully, in the Tottenham Hotspur half of the field.
Yeah, it's really encouraging, Darren. It's like I say, we're growing into the game, and it's still in its formative stages. But when you get on top, it's vital that you can get a goal there and get your noses in front while you are on top, because undoubtedly Tottenham are going to have a spell in the contest.
It's another misplaced pass from Jared Branthwaite over on the far side. He's usually so assured on the ball. Opened his first team goal scoring account, of course. Here's that offside decision again. Who's offside there?
I have no idea.
What's he seen there?
Unbelievable decision, to be honest with you,
That's astonishing. Well, I mean, sometimes they're close, and you can give them the benefit of the doubt when the action's so fast and the margins are so fine, but that was baffling. Here come Tottenham, and it's a very poor attempt on goal from Jamie Bowden, young player who's travelled with the first team and had a loan spell at one of your former clubs, Oldham Athletic, in his career.
Yeah, like you say, he's been in and around the first team. He looks quite assured in there.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't allow him too much time or space to start dictating the game.
They have got plays that can hurt you, Tottenham Hotspur. There's that baffling offside decision again.
Gets worse every time you see it.
Doesn't it just? Harry Tyler will put his foot through the ball. Isaac Price will jump for this. It's a touch on it, helped on by Kyle John. Ellis Sims gets there before Muir. Does well there, Ellis Sims. Needs a bit of support now and gets it. John forward to Dobbin, who tries to spin his marker but couldn't do so. Anywhere will do for Tottenham. Oh, Reece Welsh caught in possession by Scarlett. Welsh is quick though. He's got it under control and he brings the ball away to safety.
Good take.
Warrington, nice tidy player as I say, and it's a nice tidy ball, but Isaac Price's pass isn't. It's intercepted by Lusal and he manages to guide it back to the goalkeeper. Reece Welsh just almost got himself in a little tangle there, but had the pace to get out of it.
Yeah, it's nice luxury to have the pace to perhaps be able to get out of any problems he may get into, but I'm sure Unzi and the staff will be trying to get the message through to him that they don't want to rely on pace.
Yeah.
Certainly as defenders, you know, they'll want them to be in good positions, making good decisions. And
Ryan Astley gets a free kick there.
like he's just done there, he was the right side of him. He's in position early, he's got there early, made a good decision, and ultimately the lads had to foul him, and we got the ball back.
Still playing yourself week in, week out, haven't missed a minute of the season so far. You must have had to modify your game over the years, Pete.
Yeah, as you say, I'm still playing regularly, which is nice. I love playing, I love being out there competing. You do have to modify things, you do have to adapt. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is adapting. Obviously 20 plus years now since I first started, so the game's a very different animal now than it was, and if you don't adapt then you probably get left behind.
First few yards are in your head now though, aren't they?
I was blessed.
Nearly 900 games experience worth up there.
Yeah, I was blessed or fortunate enough to be able to learn from some great defenders at this football club who weren't actually blessed with pace. Yeah. You know, Stubbsy, Waggy, Davy Weir, Goffey. Yeah. None of them were blessed with pace. They had to be positionally really, really good and make good decisions. So, personally,
4 fantastic defenders.
Yeah, certainly were. And I was very lucky to be involved with them and to learn from them.
Here come Tottenham Hotspur. Scarlett has it. There's a runner on this near side, but Patterson saw it well, saw it early, and dealt with it efficiently. 19 minutes approaching on the clock here at Hague Avenue. A bit misty, a bit of a mist coming in off the sea up here at Southport. Still 0-0 now then. Lewis Dobbin, has he beaten the offside trap? You wouldn't know what this linesman on this near side, would you?
No, that's the only problem. He might be onside, but the linesman's likely to flag him offside.
We await the first goal. It's an open game. Fagan Walcott to Muir. Harvey White, the captain, looks for Alfie Devine and finds him. But Branthwaite sticks out a leg, and Kyle John just about keeps it in on the far side. Good play, Isaac Price, good ball as well. Ellis Sims, a little bit isolated, might have to do it himself, no qualms about that. Forward goes Ellis Sims, good save by the goalkeeper. Wonderful bit of play by Ellis Sims, had the strength, the tenacity and the pace to get rid of his marker, and it was a good save by the goalkeeper. But the first chance of the game, Peter Clark.
Yeah, as you say, great ball. Ellis Sims got his defender isolated 1v1, and the defender, he might sound strange, allowed his ego to take over. He wanted to fight Ellis Sims. He was never going to be a battle he was going to win. Ellis Sims quicker, stronger.
Here is the chance on the screen now. Ellis Sims, he does well. Gets
away from him, keeps him at arm's length, and then good save from the goalkeeper.
Having done the hard part, Ellis will feel he should have scored, really.
Yeah, we're just watching him after the save. 30 seconds later, you can see he's frustrated, clapping his hands together, annoyed with himself that he actually hadn't scored the opportunity. But
he doesn't lack self-belief, Alice. He wants to score in every single game, and he wants to score every chance he gets, which obviously doesn't happen. But self-confidence is no bad thing for a centre forward.
Not at all. It's definitely a good thing, and I'm sure he won't let it bother him too much. He will, I'm sure, get other opportunities, and so long as he's ready for the next one, then that's the important thing.
Ryan Ashley wins the header. Isaac Price clears his lines. Bowden gets a touch on it, and then Harvey White headers it back to Muir. Tottenham do well to retain the ball there over on that far side. White back to Lusal. Jamie Bowden. Alonso. Lavinia. And he just loses his footing, and it'll be a goal kick for Everton. We approach the midway point in this first half. We await the first goal. What's next up for Tranmere Rovers, Peter?
Interesting one on Saturday, Darren, to be honest with you. Top versus second. We're at home to Forest Green.
Ooh.
Both of us are unbeaten in 10.
Yeah.
So
something has to give.
Something has to give, or we both go 11 unbeaten.
Who'll blink first?
Yeah, it's a game we're looking to win.
Yeah.
We, as I say, we're in decent form, and we're not getting ahead of ourselves. We know there's a lot of football to be played, and we're in a good place, but we know a lot of hard work is necessary to keep us where we are.
Send out a real statement if you can beat the league leaders, because they do looking good, Nick, don't they, Forest Green?
Yeah, not beating about the bush. They're a good side. Went down there. We got a goalless draw earlier in the season, but they're a good team. We're well aware of that, but we believe we've got enough within our group to get a positive result, and we'll be aiming to take 3 points out of the game.
We wish you well.
Thank you very kindly.
Let's hope we can get 3 points here tonight as well. Premier League 2. Up goes Isaac Price. Helped on by Devine towards Clark, but dealt with by Kyle John and Lewis Dobbin. Tried to take on Lusal, couldn't manage it, and Tottenham win it back again. Fagan Walcott. Devine finds Lusal. Tottenham look like they've got the spark back again. Lavinia. Marcel Lavinia. Devine. Scarlett. Harvey White looking for Devine again. It might break for the fullback. Lavinia brings it in field, goes for goal. It's well blocked. Another chance though. Takes a deflection, spins into the air, and it's safely gathered by Harry Tyra. Just yeah, 2 good blocks from Nathan Patterson, showing his willingness and his capabilities defensively. And as you say, the second one loops up into the air, and initially you wonder where it's going, but Harry Tyra takes it quite comfortably in the end. Plays it forward early to get us on a counter, but now it's a little bit more controlled possession. Reece Welch for Everton. Who wants it, he says. It's towards Ellis Sims, but the defender gets there first. And Reece Welch and Ellis Sims having a bit of a disagreement over that. Doubtless she'll side with the centre half.
Centre half union, Darren. No, I can see why he's frustrated. He gets the ball, and initially he's got lots of time, but the passing options weren't necessarily there for him.
No.
One inside, he would want one inside to a central midfield player. As that doesn't appear, he's then looking for Ellis Sims to kind of make up his mind and run down that channel, which he didn't do.
Is that what you mean when you say you sometimes you watch Ellis Sims, you want a little bit more?
Yeah, it's
help your centre half out.
Yeah, sometimes the pass makes the run.
Yeah.
But as a centre forward, I think there's lots of times where you've got to make up a midfield player or a defender's mind with your run.
Yeah.
Point where you want it. Tell him, yes, Reece, I want it there, and make that run. show him where you want it.
Tottenham have possession. Lewis Warrington gets a good foot in. Well played. Ellis Sims sets off on a run, has to check it, and Lewis Warrington doesn't find either Sims or Dobbin, and gives the ball away rather tamely. Not like him. Here comes Tottenham again. I don't think this will end 0-0, Pete. Do you? I think there'll be goals in this eventually.
I'd be surprised if this ends 0-0, but it's a really good contest at the moment,
is,
Darren.
Yeah. Both teams are having a go. It's ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Unbeaten in the last 6 games, Everton, in all competitions, including the Premier League Cup. Really are on a good run of form. It was always going to be a transitional period last season, young players coming up from the under-18s, but they've been together now for a season and a half, and it can take a while to get a bit of cohesion, can't it, into your team?
Of course it can. Players coming up from younger age groups. It happens in first team environments as well, Darren.
Yeah.
That things don't happen overnight. You need time for relationships to gel, understandings to form, and I think, as you say, unbeaten in 6, those things are starting to happen now. There's a level of understanding and knowledge of the way that Unzi and the staff want them to play, and I think over the course of time that will only grow and get better.
What I like about this group of players as well is they don't like losing. If they get a lead, they defend for their lives, and people often say it's not about results at this level, it's all about development, and I think there's room for both, because match management and the desire to win football matches and the ability to see out football matches when you're ahead is surely part and parcel of that development.
Definitely for me, Darren. Yes, I understand that lots of it is about development through the age groups, but at the same time, life's competitive, Darren. Personally, I want to win. I want to win everything I'm involved with, whether it's a game on a Saturday or whether I'm
tiddlywinks with the kids.
You're damn right, tiddlywinks with the kids, you name it. If it's competitive, I want to win it. So if these players here are not good with defeat, they want to win, I think that's a fantastic trait to have, and something they should be proud of, to move forward and progress. You have to be a winner. You have to be competitive.
Absolutely. And they've got that winning mentality, and they've got that desire not to lose, and it's faring them well at the moment. Here's Demi Lusal for Tottenham Hotspur. Switches it back to the near side. Fagan Walcott takes it up. Patterson closes him down. Infield it goes to Jamie Bowden. Back to Fagan Walcott. He's had experience in Scotland, has Malachi Fagan Walcott. Had a loan spell with Dundee, which I'm sure done him the world of good.
Yeah, I'm sure a loan ladies development, playing competitive men's open age football will be a good thing, and hopefully it's not a good thing for him all through the course of the evening. We want to obviously get the better of him, but to ladies development, that loan will probably have done him the world of good.
Nothing better than a loan spell for a young player, is there? Because you have no choice. You have to mature as a footballer and as a person.
Of course, yeah. You know, in the underage football, be it 18s, 23s, it's not a comfort zone, but it's familiar.
Yeah.
So to take a player out of that familiarity and test them in different ways, like you say, will aid them as an individual person, but also as a player. So
well, you're playing against and alongside players that need to win down at that level for the win bonus. They're not. Oh, here's a chance for Tottenham Hotspur inside the penalty area.
What a tackle that is!
Great tackle that is by Ryan Astley. Super defending. I'm sure we'll get a look at that, and we'll have Peter Clark's opinion on that. But it was great defending again by Ryan Astley, and it puts Everton on the front foot. And Isaac Price spots the run of Stanley Mills, but overhits the pass, and it goes all the way through to Joshua Oluwemi. But well, you mentioned Ryan Astley, Peter. I'll let you talk us through this one.
I've been impressed with him.
It's a chance for Tottenham.
Yeah, the ball picked up in the middle of the park, and they play it through. It's a turnover in possession. We actually give it away. They play through the midfield lines, and then it's dinked through. And an outstanding tackling.
Has to get that right, doesn't he?
Pardon?
He has to get that right.
Has to get that right. If he doesn't, it's a penalty, maybe even worse.
Yeah.
But he timed it perfectly, and I've been impressed with him in the half an hour that we've seen this evening.
He's a leader at this level, is Ryan Astley.
Definitely.
Fagan Walcott for Tottenham. Gets it back off his captain. And plays it to Muir. Divine to White. Here's Lusal. No way forward again, so switches the play to this near side. Jamie Bowden. Foot in by Stanley Mills. Both sides are looking to play football, aren't they?
They are, it's great to watch. There's a real courage from all the players on the pitch to play properly.
That's a good ball. Reece Welsh allows it to bounce, then he gets the header in, but there's a chance for Scarlett, and it's a good save by Tyra, and again it comes off his shoulder, then he scoops the ball away to keep it in play, and Patterson can bring it away for Everton, hopefully. Plays it forward towards Stanley Mills, who turns and gets his ankles wrapped, and we were grateful to Harry Tyra for preserving the 0-0 scoreline there, Peter.
Yeah, as it comes, it's that diagonal run from the right, well, they're attacking right, our defensive left, that's twice now, and a wonderful save, great reaction as well.
It's a really good save, he spreads himself well, doesn't he? Reece Welsh
ever so well.
It to bounce, Scarlett gets a shot away, and it's a good save, good strong hand. And then he manages to find his bearings and scoop the ball away.
He does. You know what, he made a really good decision in the build-up as well, Darren, because as that drops over Reece Welsh's head, a goalkeeper possibly could have come and thinks he could deal with the incident there, maybe gets caught in no man's land, but he took that split second or two longer, held his ground, and was rewarded by making a fantastic save.
You'd have played in front of some experienced goalkeeper since you left Everton. Who sticks out?
Oh yeah, a crew along the way. Yeah, there's been some experienced ones, some less experienced ones. Recent times, there's a goalkeeper, he's on loan now from Leicester at Preston, Daniel Everson.
Yeah. One to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Danish under-21 international, very good goalkeeper. For someone so young, he's got a, how shall I put it, an old head on young shoulders, shall we say.
Yeah. Looked like handball by Lewis Dobbin, and it was. Everton 0, Tottenham 0. Premier League 2 at Hague Avenue. Kyle John saw that coming, intercepts it, slides it forward to Ellis Sims. Lewis Dobbin waits inside the penalty area. Ellis Sims' first touch was a little bit heavy, he lost control, and the move breaks down, and it was well, it certainly wasn't a chance for Ellis Sims, but it was a chance for Everton to create something, and now we've got some defending to do as Marcel Lavinia attacks, tries to slide the ball through the middle, cleared by Jared Branthwaite. David Unsworth appealing for a foul there against Ellis Sims, but he's not going to get one.
I think he wanted to get Astley back on the pitch as well. I don't know whether it's a bit of a blood issue or something, but obviously Tottenham are attacking and with a defender short, so Unsy's wanted to get him back on sooner rather than later, and the referee wasn't too willing.
Fagan Walcott for Tottenham. Infield to Scarlett. Spins away from Lewis Warrington. Scarlett rolls it wide to Lavinia. Lavinia's closed down by Patterson. Plays it to Harvey White. Good defending again from Everton. Nice and compact. Nice and solid. No way through for Tottenham. 4-0 scoreline, don't forget, at the Tottenham training ground in November.
Yeah, speaking to Unsy before, and he was very complimentary about Wayne Burnett, about the Tottenham side, and he knew it was going to be a real test this evening.
It's certainly proved to be a test, but as I said earlier, we've given as good as we've got. Clark, Bowden. Again, Ryan Astley deals with it well. Lewis Dobbin trying to turn away from Marcus, and The two centre backs at Tottenham are dealing quite well with Dobbin and Sims at the moment, Peter.
Yeah, they seem to be dealing with them quite effectively at the minute, which they'll be pleased with. Something we will perhaps want a little bit more from the front two, to get hold of it a little bit more and maybe link up a little bit better.
Here's Muir. White. Again trying to play through the middle. Branthwaite heads it away, flicked on by Warrington. Harvey White reacts quickest and plays a fine pass to Jack Clark. Clark's got Gerard Branthwaite for company. White. Offside flag. Didn't go up. Here's Sims. Again he's running. Fagan Walcott. A few little step overs from Sims. Just manages to keep the ball. Patterson. Warrington. Now it's with Gerard Branthwaite. Isaac Price. Where's the breakthrough going to come from? Both defences are certainly on top at the moment. Nice bit of skill there from Jamie Bowden. Brings it away. Patterson again shows his pace and his reading of the game to snuff out the danger. Here he is on the ball, the Scottish international, galloping forward down this right-hand side. And on the same wavelength as Stanley Mills, and Patterson overruns it, and Tottenham can bring it away. That was a shame as well, Peter.
It was. Nathan Patterson did ever so well, showed his athleticism, and he probably was looking to be left 1-versus-1 with the defender. Yeah. Stanley Mills just came across and took up that space, and the attack kind of just fizzled out because of that. But really positive from Patterson, and he can be pleased with his work up to this point.
Absolutely. Reece Welch has this under control. Just stabs it back to Harry Tyler, but again a little bit bobbly there, a little bit dry, as Peter Clark mentioned early on. The goal mouth looks a bit dusty as well. Been a lot of football played on it this season. Here's Warrington now. Too straight, too much pace on it, straight through to the goalkeeper, and Dobbin and Sims again. They've been feeding off scraps, really, haven't they? They haven't had a great deal to play with.
They have, unfortunately, like you say, not a great deal to play with, and I think, you know, the ball there from Warrington, he wanted to hit right on the money, and he had such a big area where he could have played it into. He could have felt it into that channel a little bit wider and give Ellis Sims a ball to run onto, rather than trying to play a direct ball straight to so he can run all the way through on goal. They don't happen very often, to be honest with you, Darren, so it was a difficult pass to execute.
Harvey White for Tottenham. Divine. White again. Lusal. Tottenham quite happy just to stroke the ball about. 6 and a bit minutes to go towards the end of the first half. As always, we'll have some half-time entertainment for you to watch while you're waiting for the kettle to boil.
I hope you're not relying on me for that, Darren.
No, we've got Rosetta Stone, Everton ladies feature with Rosetta Stone. We've also got a new stadium update for you as well. The stoning process is underway. I was down at Bramley-Moore Dock earlier this week as Everton defender deep cross into the penalty area. Good defending by Isaac Price twice. And we've also got a Getting to Know You feature as well, our popular Getting to Know You feature. This week we are getting to know Reece Welch. So Rosetta Stone, Reece Welch and the new stadium coming up for you at half time. Hopefully by then Everton will be ahead, but both defences very much on top at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. If they're not on top though, Darren, I'd like it to be 0-0 at half time. It's the last 5 minutes before half time. Certainly a time you don't want to concede. It
changes the atmosphere in the dressing room, doesn't it?
It does. It changes the atmosphere in the dressing room. It changes what might be said in there a little bit as well. And
that's a good run. It's a good ball. It's a chance for Tottenham Hotspur. It's another great save, and the follow-up effort from Alfie Devine is wide. But again, Harry Tyler to the rescue, and David Unsworth would have been livid because that was too easy.
Far too easy. I'm sure Unzi, the staff, Jose, they were, like you say, livid. That ball pick it up in the middle of the park. Not enough pressure on it there, but that diagonal run from the outside right to across the back of Jared Branthwaite. It's happened now 2-3 occasions.
It's too easy, isn't it? And there it goes, over the top. Devine takes it nicely. Great save by Tyra, and Devine thankfully couldn't find the target with the follow-up effort, and will maybe think he should. But well, we spoke to Harry Tyra before the game, and he's in good form tonight, thankfully. That's why it's still 0-0.
Yeah, he's made a couple of really good saves, a couple of really good decisions as well. So he's been really good this evening. He can be well pleased with his evening's work.
Jamie Bowden, easy one for the goalkeeper. I think Unzi will be glad to hear the half-time whistle.
The way the last 5 or 8 minutes of the half have progressed, I think he'll be looking to get to half-time now at 0-0, and then can reassess and perhaps tweak 1 or 2 things, and we can hopefully have a little bit more attacking threat, attacking impetus in the second half than we've actually got at this moment.
Stanley Mills scrapping away with Harvey White, and eventually the referee had to blow the whistle. Free kick for Tottenham. Fagan Walcott lets Harvey White take over. Played in the Europa League, Harvey White, and also played against Marine in the FA Cup last season when Jose Mourinho brought his Tottenham side to College Road. Here's Lusal. Back to Muir. Brings the ball forward, not short of confidence, is he?
No, was comfortable on the ball, and as you say, very confident young man.
Here's Devine, looking for Scarlett, can't find him. Everton don't deal with it awfully well. Good footwork by Alonso, but Ryan Astley has it under control. And Tottenham Hotspur are ending this first half asking the questions here.
Definitely asking the questions. Certainly the side with the impetus, the side on top. As we said, I think Unzi will be looking to get to half-time with that goal still at 0. Harry Tyler, as we said, has done ever so well.
Yep.
But certainly think he'll be looking to get to half-time and then work on things then.
Joe Anderson, Jean-Luc Liban, Luke Butterfield, Sebastian Quirk and Rhys Hughes are the Everton substitutes tonight. I'm sure before the end David Unsworth would have shuffled his pack a wee bit. Welsh to Patterson. Oh, good play. Clever flick by Patterson, knew exactly what he was doing there. Stanley Mills now. Can Everton get something from this? Mills back to Patterson. Good ball in.
Oh,
Great
there you
goal.
go.
What a goal by Lewis Dobbin. It's a terrific Everton goal, and it's an assist on his debut for Nathan Patterson. Lewis Dobbin with the header, and on the stroke of half time the Toffees take the lead.
Time is everything, Darren, and we talked about hoping it'd be, well, I talked about them keeping the clean sheet intact. They've done that up until this point, and they've gone and got a goal probably against the run of play over the last 10 minutes or so.
We don't care about that. It's a really good goal from Lewis Dobbin. It's his 4th goal of the season, and Duncan Ferguson and John Ebrell in the crowd there will be delighted at that. Talk us through this one, Clarkie.
Yeah, Stanley Mills cuts inside, realises he's got Patterson on the overlap, first time cross, first in, great movement from Dobbin and a great header. Just uses the pace on the ball from Patterson and guides it into the corner.
It's a great ball from Patterson, isn't it?
Really good. It's, as a centre forward or as a player attacking across, you don't have to do a lot other than guide it where you need to. The pace is already on it.
It's a great header from Lewis Dobbin. Scored goals for fun pre-season. Got a couple of hat-tricks for the under-23s. A little taste with the first team, and the 19-year-old has now scored 4 goals this season for the 23s. 60 seconds of added time. No stoppages in the game. Played at a good tempo, good pace. And Everton are leading by 1-0. The Tottenham side unbeaten in 8 games. Trailing here at Southport by 1-0. Lewis Dobbin on the mark. Nathan Patterson, his debut for the football club, with an assist. Difficult to defend those crosses, aren't they?
Very difficult. You know what, Darren? That cross as a defender, when it's pulled back behind you with pace, ever so difficult. It's difficult to get a first touch on it. It's almost weighted to the attacker coming in, and as a defender they can more often than not only get a secondary touch, a block or a like. So fantastic cross, a fantastic delivery, fantastic choice of delivery.
Yep, and there's a good tackle as well by Patterson. Now then, here's Lewis Dobbin. He's quick, he's got Ellis Sims with him. Still Lewis Dobbin. I'm not sure he made the right decision then. He went into a little bit of a cul-de-sac and surrendered possession. But again, it all started with the challenge by Nathan Patterson. And there goes the half-time whistle. Everton leading by a goal to nil. It's ebbed and flowed. It's been swings and roundabouts. We've had moments, they've had moments. But a terrific goal separates the sides. Peter Clark.
Yeah, as you say, it's ebbed and flowed. It's been nip and tuck. They probably, for the last 10 or 12 minutes of the half, were the side with the impetus, looking like they're most likely to score, in all honesty. But fantastic passage of play, fantastic pick out from Patterson, good finish from Dobbin, and we go in 1-0 up, which I'm sure the staff will be delighted with.
Well, off camera there, I've just seen Harry Tyler getting a high five off the under-23 goalkeeping coach Kevin O'Brien, and quite right too. He's had a wonderful first half, as Harry Tyler. Everton lead at half-time by a goal to nil. Coming up for you now on the Everton YouTube channel, we'll hear from Rosetta Stone, Everton women player Rosetta Stone. We'll also get to know Reece Welch a little better, and we'll bring you a new stadium update. Myself and Peter Clark will be back in around about 12 minutes. So far so good at Southport. Premier League 2 action on a Monday night. Everton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Hi, I'm Grace Clinton, and this is the Rosetta Stone Language Challenge.
Bienvenue. What does that mean? Normally you know it, I don't need to give you 3 answers. Stop asking Yaya.
Can you say it? Can you say it? Can you say it?
Even here she's cheating. We're not even on the pitch, she's already cheating. Honestly, she can't play a game without cheating. This is crazy. When we say 3 touch, she's doing 6. When we play a game, she has the answer.
Okay, can you say it with full emotion?
Bienvenue. It's easy, come
Okay.
on.
Bienvenue.
No. Bienvenue.
Have you said it like how you'd say it to your friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I give you answer. Answer 1, come in. Answer 2, when. Answer 3, welcome.
Welcome. See. It's easy. No, see.
Are you sure? Like 100%
I've
sure?
locked it in.
Are you bluffing?
No, not this time. Not this time. Don't try and...
So for sure, it's welcome.
Yep. Bien for sure.
Are you give me money if it's not this?
Nah, she...
If you're sure.
I'm positive.
You're washing my my boots if you sure.
Okay. And you're washing mine.
What's the answer for bienvenue?
Welcome.
Fine, we give it to her.
Yes!
It was terrible. Good luck in German and in Italian. Oh my god.
Guten Tag.
So that was a good start, Grace.
Yep.
Now the first German phrase is Wie geht es dir?
I know this one.
Do you want to hear the answer or can you say it maybe?
No, give me
Are you sure?
the
You can try it, then you get 2 points.
2?
Yeah.
Can you repeat
It's an
it?
offer.
Can you give me like the emotion of what you would do if you were in a conversation and you were
Wie
like,
geht es dir?
nice to meet you?
Almost. So, A. How are you? B. Do you have the time? Or is it C? How old are you?
No, it's definitely A.
What was it?
How are you?
Yeah, that's right.
Multilingual. Hey, Chica.
It's Spanish. Hey, chica.
Great start.
Yes, very great start.
We've always called each other chica.
Yes, well, you know that in Spanish you are very good in Italian.
Yeah.
So I say in English and you say in Italian.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Good morning. Every morning.
Oh, you want me to say?
Yes.
You want me to say? Oh, okay.
Every morning I say this.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. And you're in my changing room as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's like what I would describe it as pressure.
What?
The pressure in now, but if you ask me on the street, I could tell you.
Okay, relax and breathe. Remember, all morning I say this. Bella.
Oh, ciao, Bella.
No! Ciao is hello.
Oh, we're saying good morning.
Exactly.
Okay, ciao, Bella, chica. I don't think you've said this one to me.
Oh, you say you are a liar. You are a liar.
You say ciao, Bella, chica. That's what you say all the time.
Yes, but if ciao is hello, good morning.
Is it similar to Spanish?
I don't know Spanish. Stop to ask me.
Buena, chica. Buenas. Buenos.
Okay, buon.
Buon. That's it. Buon,
Buon.
chica. No, that's not.
No, the first answer is buonanotte,
Buonanotte.
buon pomeriggio, or buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh no,
This is very
that
easy.
was a throwaway point.
0.
Buena noche, chica.
No, buenas noches is Spanish. Again, try again. Buonanotte is good night first. Buongiorno is good morning.
Sorry, buongiorno. Buongiorno, chica.
That's good.
Well, as we've said many times before, things really are starting to change, starting to develop down here at Bramley-Moore Dock. The compaction of the sand is complete, and as you can see over my shoulder, the stoning process is underway. Now, I'd like to speak to Everton's construction engineer, Hakan. Just explain what the stoning process is, please, Hakan.
Yes. Now the stoning process is to create a compacted ground, hard ground, for the piling rig to come on and do the foundations on the dock infill area.
So what we've got here, it looks like a combination of soil, stones. What is it? What is it that they're laying?
This is actually recovered material from excavated areas from other parts of the site. So we are not wasting any of the material. Where we make excavation, we reuse it. We make a granular material. And then we reuse it on site as a compaction material.
So the stuff that we're putting down now started life as one of the warehouses.
I can say so, yes.
Now, this is part of the compaction process. So, is this temporary, or will once you lay these stones down, are they there forever?
Yeah. No, this is temporary for the piling rig. This big machine we see over there, which is doing the foundations, the big foundations, piles, because it's quite heavy machine. If it would come to sand, it would start sinking, I guess. Although this is compacted, but it is not enough, I guess, for heavy machinery. So this is temporary hard standing ground for piling rig to come on and do the foundations.
How long will this process take, Hakan? They've got to cover the whole area, haven't they?
Yes, they have got to cover the whole dock where the piling is to be done. But it won't take long. I mean, it's just started yesterday here. You see the progress. I think it will be just a couple of weeks.
It was so important, a massive part of this project from day one, Hakan, that we made use of absolutely everything. Reclaimed stones, reclaimed bricks, nothing goes to waste.
That's the plan, yes. I mean, this is a very environmental sensitive project, I can say. All the heritage assets have been protected, and also even the material dug from the ground is, as you see here, it's being reused.
Is this an exciting project for you?
Oh yes, this is one of the most exciting and impressive projects I have been involved in, I can say.
Kanye West. Pirates of the Caribbean. Probably a bike. Signing my professional contract. Has to be Joe Anderson again. Sons of Anarchy. Caribbean food. Mushrooms. Michael Jordan.
Welcome back to the Hague Avenue. Everton against Tottenham. That young man there in your picture, Lewis Dobbin, is the difference between the two sides. A terrific headed goal, a terrific assist from debutant Nathan Patterson, and Everton are leading by a single goal to nil. And Ryan Astley's been plastered up, got a bit of a plaster over his eye there, so I think you called it right in the first half, Pete, when he went off to he must have caught a stray elbow or a stray arm in the face, but the only man in a short sleeve shirt and no undergear won't be bothered by that.
I'm sure he'll probably wear it like a badge of honour.
Yeah. Not a proper centre half unless you've got a load of stitches, are you?
Well, now as you mention it, I'll take that as a compliment, but no, it's something that you've probably become accustomed to as a centre half.
Yeah.
And when you're a centre half who's probably not 6'4" or 5,
yeah,
you're going to come across one or two elbows over the course of time.
Does you no harm, does it?
Character building.
Character building. So easy to say from the commentary box. And we've got 45 minutes to either preserve this lead or extend it and keep the unbeaten run going and condemn Tottenham to a first defeat in 9. It's so far so good for Everton, but it's two teams who are very evenly matched. Sims wins the first header, Muir half volleys it away, Ryan Astley heads it forward, flicked on by Isaac Price. In goes Branthwaite, that's mine, he says, and he makes it his. Warrington picks it up. Good start from Everton, good tempo. It's just what David Unsworth will want. He won't want them to rest on their laurels, will he, and just protect the lead?
No, definitely not. Protecting the lead for 3/4 of an hour is, well, to my way of thinking, is not advisable. Yeah. I'd like to see them go and get another and carry on taking the game to Tottenham.
Did you always think that Dave Unsworth would go into coaching when he was a teammate of yours?
Initially, maybe not.
No.
But then as time wore on, as I grew older, and you become more aware as a young player, as a young person, about people's credentials and the way they think, I quickly realised that it was inevitable that he would do in some way, shape or form, and I think he's well suited to the role, as I mentioned earlier. Obviously his affinity with the club is self-explanatory, but the way he wants to develop young players and aid them in the formative years, I suppose, as a young professional is great. But as I've said before, and it's I suppose in a way relative to my own career, that this football club should be very proud of itself, not only producing players for Everton FC's first team, but producing players to have careers in the Football League.
That's a foul, referee. Yeah, we always like to see young players who leave Everton Football Club go on to have good careers, good long careers. Always check the Sunday papers to see if the lads are still playing, still having a go. Here's Dane Scarlett for Tottenham. On the left-hand side is Lavinia. Lavinia's cross isn't good, and it's volleyed away by Ryan Astley. Ellis Sims will chase it down, but Fagan Walcott gets there first. Harvey White plays it towards Alonso on the far side. And that'll be a throw-in for Everton. No changes from either side, by the way, at the break. Pretty even Steven in that first half. There's Ryan Astley. A nice shiner in the morning. Price feeds it wide to Kyle John. Kyle John is quick, brings the ball in field. His attempted pass just hits Harvey White. Everton keep it alive. Stanley Mills squeezes it wide to Patterson. He's already got one assist. Patterson, it's a great ball in again. Kyle John inside the penalty area. Isaac Price on the edge of the box. Curls one, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Just for a second I thought that was found in the top corner.
I did. Initial bit of play, great ball again from Nathan Patterson. Keeper came flying out like Superman and got nowhere near the initial cross, but the shot afterwards, I thought he was going to the top corner, but he got across well and saved it in the end.
Good save. But Duncan Ferguson and John Ebbelt will be really pleased with the attacking contribution of Nathan Patterson tonight. He's got 1 assist, and he was unfortunate not to get another one then, because it was a great ball in again.
Was fantastic ball in. Lewis Dobbin, Ellis Sims, just like to see them getting across the front of their markers, as the big man across there would have been doing in his heyday.
Yeah, absolutely. Duncan would love to have been on the end of one of those crosses. Carl John. Muir gets there before Sims. Comes off the back of Warrington's head. It's picked up by Scarlett. He's on his own, the Tottenham striker. Takes on Reece Welsh. Welsh gets goal side. Scarlett loses his footing, and Everton can bring it away. Now then, Dobbin. Can he get goal side? Yes, he can. Lewis Dobbin pushes and runs. Right hand side of the penalty area, and then just pushes it a little bit too far in the end. And a grimace from Peter Clark as a good chance goes begging.
Yeah, he did ever so well initially on that right hand side. Got hold of it, rolled his marker and got away from him, but the last touch was just a little bit too heavy and allowed the keeper to come in and take it low down by his feet.
Now a chance for Tottenham. Branthwaite stands his ground. Clark to Harvey White. Jamie Bowden for Tottenham. On this right hand side is Jack Clark, the former Leeds United man. Scoops the ball high into the air. Shoots a quizzical glance at a divot on the edge of the penalty area. That's oldest trick in the book, that, Peter Clark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at the pitch and blame the divot.
Yeah. I'm not sure there was a divot where he was crossing the ball from, but we'll perhaps give him the benefit of the doubt. But no, he got himself in a decent position.
There's that chance for Lewis Dobbin, Peter.
Yeah. Does it well, gets away from his marker. The last touch, just taking him into the area, is a little too heavy.
Still 1-0. Tottenham again. Jack Clark. Once again, there's an open start to this second half, just as there was to the first. Fagan Walcott. Good possession stuff from Tottenham, but not hurting Everton. Reece Welsh stands his ground. And Lewis Dobbin keeps it alive for Everton. Patterson. Penned in a little bit, Everton. Always waited, the ball didn't arrive. Good at the turn by Alfie Devine. Alonso. White. Alonso again. Into the penalty area it comes, headed away by Branthwaite. Nice take by Stanley Mills. Confident take to do it there inside his own penalty area. Then he lofts it forward looking for Dobbin or Sims. Sims will get there. Tries to nod it towards Dobbin, but Fagan Walcott is there, and it's a lively start to the second half.
It is really lively. He sort of the bit of pressure from Tottenham well there. Ball forward for Sims and Dobbin, and again that pitch, it just holds up and doesn't allow them to take that touch in front of them and run onto it.
Fagan Walcott. Bowden. Lusal. Lusal, one of the players who were recycled from Brentford when Brentford disbanded their academy setup. There's a couple of ex-Brentford squad members in the Tottenham under-23 side. A few London clubs poached the players when Brentford scrapped their academy. Jamie Bowden finds Alfie Devine. Outside of the foot, stopped by Patterson. And Tottenham on top of the moment.
This is a stadium announcement. Got the owner of the vehicle, registration Bravo Delta 56, Mike Lima Juliet, that's BD56 MLJ. Please leave the stadium and remove your vehicle. It is blocking the residents' driveway.
Oh dear, oh dear.
When the attendance is so small, there's nowhere to hide. Somebody's parked their car across a resident's driveway. I remember being at a Southport game a couple of years ago, and they read the car out and the registration number, and it was John Doolan's.
Oh dear.
Academy coach, now very much involved with recruitment at under 23 level. Had to go move his car.
Had the pleasure of playing with Dools going back many moons ago at Blackpool. Talented central midfield player, Dools. Good lad as well.
Yeah, great lad. Ellis Sims, bit of miscontrol. Isaac Price heads it forward. Lusal picks it up for Tottenham. Harvey White. So obviously a slender lead, 1-0, but as the game wears on, you would like to think it will open up a little bit more, and at some point Tottenham will have to go a wee bit gung-ho.
I think so. Like you say, the control in the early part of this second half again, as they did the first.
Yeah.
But at the same time, really good shape from Everton, making it very difficult for them. And as the half wears on, like you say, I think the game will open up. Tottenham will try and ultimately to get back in it, and hopefully we can exploit the gaps they leave, and take a greater lead.
There's a play on this near side, throwing for Everton. Lewis Dobbins' goal in the 44th minute of the game separates the two sides, two of the informed teams in Premier League 2. West Ham United still lead the way. Manchester City in second place. Tottenham third. He puts the ball out. Gerald Branthwaite, the former Carlisle United man, will take it. Sims heads it on. Can Dobby get the loose ball? Yes, he can. Gets his foot in. Muir's there. Picked up by Ellis Sims. Good hold-up play by Sims. Isaac Price will feed it back to Reece Welch in a bit of space. Can Everton sustain the momentum? Keep Tottenham on the back foot. Mills. But Marcus Muir hasn't really put a foot wrong tonight, the Tottenham Hotspur defender.
No, he's been really consistent in everything he's done. Equally so like Ryan Astley at the other end.
Yep.
Both having very good games.
Here's Alonso for Tottenham. In towards Alfie Devine. Ryan Astley just shepherds him away from goal. Picks it up and then clears his lines. Good defending again by Ryan Astley. Sims. Warrington digs out the pass now. Dobbin, he's got the pace on the defender. Lewis Dobbin, nice first touch. Can he finish the job? No, nearly. Good play from Everton. Counter attack. The defender actually must have got a foot in because it's a corner kick for Everton. It was a chance again, but you could just see Dobbin's pace there.
Yeah, I mean from the initial part, talk about the chance. He's got in wrong side. His touch is excellent away from the defender, and it must get a nick off the goalkeeper there to take it wide. But the initial part down in the bottom corner, Ryan Astley really composed in his defending. Clears it. Superb hold-up play from Ellis Sims, just in his own half. Ball back, and then the ball forward by Warrington was a belter.
Corner kick comes in. It's good delivery, good header, good save as well. Has that gone over the line? Well, the Everton players are convinced that it did. There's no goal line technology, of course. Lewis Warrington keeps it alive, saved by the goalkeeper. Branthwaite's in there again. Chance for Everton, saved again by the goalkeeper. It's pinball in there. Tottenham can't get rid of it. Warrington to Dobbin. Dobbin shoots and it's over the crossbar. An amazing passage of play. How the ball didn't end up in the back of the net, I'll never know. But Everton are convinced, Peter Clark, that they actually did have the ball over the line.
The initial header, I thought, just the way the goalkeeper saves it, he looks very backward. His right foot's right back behind the line.
Sort of throws it out, doesn't he, rather than pushes it out?
I think the goalkeeper's aware of where he is, and that's why he does what he does. But
well, Ryan Astley and Lewis Dobbin were convinced. Jared Branthwaite as well. The goalkeeper's way back in. He's way back behind his line, isn't he? That's a great angle. Everton are convinced it was over the line, but the linesman on the far side said no. And what followed up was again a pinball
The ball did not find its way into the back of the net, and Everton still lead by 0-0. But that's encouraging. Throw in for Everton. There's the pinball. Ryan Astley had a go. Lewis Warrington picked it up. And finally Lewis Dobbin fired over the crossbar. Couldn't have gone anywhere. Everton 1, Tottenham 0, 59 minutes on the clock at Southport. Patterson will take the throw in. Strong challenge comes in from Marcel Lavinia, Portuguese under-18 international, formerly with Chelsea's academy before joining Tottenham Hotspur. Isaac Price, Harvey White, bit of juggling and a volleyed pass. Branthwaite watches it but doesn't put a great deal of pace in the header. It's picked up by Clark. Good play by Jack Clark. Eventually too many royal blue jerseys around him, and it's Jack Clark who was penalised. That would be a free kick, and Lewis Warrington didn't like the challenge from Jack Clark. I was following the ball there, Peter. Was there a little bit of afters there?
Yeah, I think as the ball breaks between the two players after Branthwaite's headed down, it's as he steps away from it, I think Jack Clark just has a little lunge at him, maybe catching him on the back of his leg. We'll have a look here.
Substitution for Everton, replacing number 2, Nathan Patterson, is number 15, Sebastian Quirk.
Well, substitution for Everton, Nathan Patterson. Clearly the idea was to give him an hour, and he gets a warm applause off the Everton supporters. He'll be replaced by Sebastian Quirk, and Jared Branthwaite as well has played for an hour, and he'll be replaced by Joe Anderson.
Is number 12, Joe Anderson.
Nathan Patterson can be well pleased with his first performance in an Everton jersey, Clarkie.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's been really effective all evening. Defensively, really solid. No issues in terms of his defensive work, and then attacking wise, I think he's been a really good outlet. He's not had loads and loads of the ball, but what he has had, he's done really well with. A couple of fantastic deliveries, and obviously the assist for the first goal of the evening.
Scored by that man Lewis Dobbin, who's scrapping away for possession over on the far side. Under from Stanley Mills. Fagan Walcott clears his lines. Ryan Astley doesn't get as much pace on the clearance as he would have liked. Picked up by Harvey White, and he curls the ball to this near side towards Jack Clark, but Joe Anderson watches it and plays it forward to Kyle John. Little clip ball in field from Kyle John is not a good one. Tottenham win it back with Bode. Now it's with Lusal, back to Marcus Muir. Dances past the challenge of John. Lusal again, Muir again. Intercepted by Lewis Warrington. So a little bit congested in that midfield area. Isaac Price and Lewis Warrington sort things out. He's taken one or two little late digs, Lewis Warrington.
Yeah, he has. A little bit near the mark, one or two of those challenges, but I think he can look at it one or two ways. I think he's sufficiently annoying his opposition.
Yeah.
They're getting frustrated with the quality of his performance. So
absolutely.
It's almost like a backhanded compliment.
Yes,
so
it is. Yeah.
If he can just maintain his composure and keep his head, then I think he's obviously starting to overpower those that are coming up against him, and that's why they're behaving the way they are.
Scarlett can't get there. Cleared by Ryan Astley. Nice first touch from Lewis Dobbin. Good second touch as well. Will he find Stanley Mills? Yes, he can. Mills gets a decent ball in, headed away by Lusal. It's going to be picked up by Kyle John, who hits the half volley first time and doesn't even bother to watch it as it sails over the bar and over the roof of the stand.
as it drops
defender's
down.
effort, that Pete, was it? Defender's half volley?
I think so. As it drops down, I'm sure lots of players, their eyes light up, but probably have been better taking the touch and moving the ball on again, or if he was to shoot, getting it under control before hitting it like he did first time there.
I think if a belter had it gone in, but somebody from Southport Football Club will have to knock on someone's door tomorrow and say, can we have our ball back? Because that is in someone's back garden. Mills lay off, a bit too short. White picks it up, forward to Scarlett. Scarlett turns, tries to play in Alonso on the far side. Reece Welsh sticks out a long right leg and stops the young Spaniard in his tracks. Throw in though for Tottenham. Still a good game, isn't it? It's enthralling.
Really good game, really competitive. It's a proper game of football where the two sides both wanting to impose themselves on proceedings.
Flag is up. You can see why both sides are in decent runs of form.
Definitely, like you say, they're both in decent runs of form, and
There's the Everton manager.
Yeah.
Duncan Ferguson. Just about to see John Ebrell there behind the post. Right on the right of your screen. It's Freddie Jeffers and Graham Stewart, if I'm not mistaken. Ian Snowden is here as well tonight. A lot of interest in the game. Carl John. Stopped by Lusal. Warrington. Gives the ball away. White picks it up. Devine to Muir. Good pressurising from Isaac Price. Fagan Walcott for Tottenham. Good closing down that from Everton.
Fantastic. It pressed the goalkeeper initially, then out on that far right hand side. Press it. And it's not the first two that win the ball back. It's the third one down the line, but the initial press from the two forward players get the reward, or the team gets the reward because of them. We pick it up in midfield, play forward, and then we get a free kick in a really dangerous area now.
Well, Malachi Fagan Walcott has been yellow carded. He was a champion sprinter as a schoolboy, Fagan Walcott, but he cannot keep up with Lewis Dobbin. And it's a free kick for Everton in a good position. Chance to get the ball into the danger zone. Isaac Price will take it. Plenty of blue shirts inside the penalty area. Just Warrington is actually taking the free kick. In it comes. Headed away to the edge of the penalty area. There is Isaac Price. Quick, good first time shot. Had to take it first time, no other option. Wasn't a million miles away, but another attempt on goal nonetheless.
It is. Initial ball in was a good one from the free kick, and just got there in front of Ryan Astley to defend the initial ball. Shot, I think, like you say, it was certainly the only option, the best option. If he took a touch, Tottenham may have intercepted it and then been on the counter attack.
Tottenham have possession. Marcus Muir on this near side to Lusal. There's Harvey White, Tottenham captain. Harvey White had scored the very first penalty at the Tottenham Hotspur new stadium when they had a test game against Southampton just before it opened formally. Tottenham beat Southampton 3-1 and Harvey White scored a penalty, so a record that can never be taken away from him. The first penalty at the new stadium, which is a magnificent stadium, by the way. I hope you enjoyed our little video clip of our new stadium site. It's fascinating to go down to Bramley-Moore Dock on a regular basis and just see the subtle changes in the landscape down there. I'm sure you've seen the designs of the new stadium, Clark. It looks something else, doesn't it?
I have done, and it looks fantastic. And as you say, little by little, it's just starting to take shape, and it's something to look forward to. And hopefully, over the course of time, we'll get ourselves in there, and it will become a fortress like Goodison always was.
Yep.
You're working, lad. Yeah, all good, mate.
Goal kick for Everton. Harry Tyler takes the goal kick. Flicked on by Isaac Price. Cleared into the air. Reece Welch doesn't let it bounce. Picked up by Jack Clark. Here's Lewis Warrington. Just couldn't chip it over the defender, allowing Lewis Dobbin a run on goal. Quirk gets his head to it, so does Reece Welch. Warrington flicks it forward, helped on by Stanley Mills. Good play by Ellis Sims.
Really good play by him, Darren, you're right.
It's not by Sebastian Quirk.
Hold up play since half time. Ellis Sims has become really effective for the team, doing a fantastic job. And to be honest with you, the whole performance since half time has been really effective. The boys in the middle of the park are winning lots and lots of second balls, making it really difficult for Tottenham to gain any really controlled possession, which is what they were doing in the early parts of the game.
Just tell the viewers who you were speaking to then when you turned your microphone off and leaned over the gantry.
Sorry, it was Chris Powell, formerly of Charlton and Southend and various other clubs.
Now at Tottenham Hotspur, very much a part of the under-23 coaching staff. Where did you work with Chris?
We passed very briefly. He came into Huddersfield as a manager as I'd actually just left, but I went back for the game and we talked then. A thoroughly good guy.
Good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, really good guy. Played against him at the back end of his career. Very knowledgeable.
Good coach as well, isn't he? Got a good reputation.
Yeah, good reputation, good coach, thoroughly knowledgeable, really good guy. Been involved with the England setups as well, so a wealth of knowledge.
Let's hope it doesn't influence a Tottenham Hotspur comeback. He's on this near side. The opposite side to the dugout is Chris Powell. Reece Hughes coming on to replace Lewis Dobbin. 20 minutes to go. Lewis Dobbin has he's done his night's work. It's been difficult for the two front men because the Tottenham Hotspur defenders are big, strong lads, but Lewis Dobbin stuck at it and deserved his goal.
He did. He thoroughly deserved his goal. He's been really, really good all evening. Worked ever so hard, and could probably have had another one.
Yes, just a heavy touch, wasn't it, when he was running through.
Good positioning there from Joe Anderson. Just covered from that flick on and cleared it really well.
Quirk can't keep it in on the far side. Didn't look as if he kept it in, but the linesman keeps his flag down.
It's a foul,
Sims pushed in the back, surely by Marcus Muir there. The referee unimpressed. Isaac Price might get there. No, just about cleared by Oluwemi. But here come Everton again. Quirk does well to retain the ball. Plays it infield to Isaac Price. Price though has to go back to Joe Anderson. Here's Warrington. Does that really well, Warrington. Opens up his body so he can see more of the pitch and plays a good ball towards Sebastian Quirk, but the defender gets across. And it'll be a goal kick for Tottenham Hotspur. But nothing to alarm us. I mean, it could be the commentator's kiss of death, but there's been very little to alarm us, Clarky, has there?
No, second half, they've had some possession, Tottenham, and probably edged the possession statistics, but like I said in the first half, sometimes you can control a team without the ball. As a unit, as a group.
Tottenham trying to get it around the back, but Ryan Astley and Joe Anderson had that under control.
He did. As a group, they've been in good positions. They've made sure the spaces between the units, the back four and the midfield players is really, really small, so there's no room for the Tottenham attacking players to play in. And the work that they've done off the ball has been really, really impressive to me this evening.
Jamie Bowden, David Onsworth will be livid at the ease with which Jamie Bowden was allowed to come and retrieve the ball there. Plays a decent pass as well. It's picked up by Alonso on the far side. He's got Lavinia with him. Lavinia though can't find a Tottenham player, and it is starting to open up a little bit now. Isaac Price, Quirk to Stanley Mills. Here's Joe Anderson. A wand of a left foot. There you go, right on cue. But That looked like a free kick, that on Reece Hughes, looked like a foul. The way referees have got to look at player reactions, haven't they, and have a think.
Yeah, I mean, you can quite clearly see that there's been contact and he's caught him on the back of the leg. So you don't have to have your arms spraying everywhere and shouting and bawling and a big whack on a shin pad to see there's a foul. So
Fagan Walcott, Tottenham Hotspur are about to make a couple of substitutions. Bowden on this near side is Demi Lusal. Infield to Clark. It opens up a little bit for Clark, and then quickly Everton close it down. Back it goes to Bowden, curled into the penalty area, but not with a great deal of accuracy, and a comfortable gather for Harry Tyler. Hughes to Isaac Price, forward towards Ellis Sims. And Ellis Sims is unfortunate.
Really
tries to get between the two defenders, and he just caught him on the back of the heel. A little bit unlucky there.
Was. The ball forward was fantastic. His run was really good, and he was in just, like you say, ball caught him on the heel as he was going through. Just been slightly further in front of him. I think he was going to cause some real problems there, the two Tottenham defenders.
Alfie Devine has possession for Tottenham. Scarlett gets a nudge off Astley. Referee acknowledges it. Play on. Alonso. David Unsworth just wants a little bit more from some of his players. Lusal. Well, Jack Clark started to make a run then, to be fair to the Tottenham Hotspur right back, and Lusal played it into the space where he thought Clark was going to be, but Clark had changed his mind by then, and it's his last contribution of the game. Here's that incident, just stands on the back of his heel, doesn't it?
Yeah, like you say, stands on the back of his heel, takes his boot off, and he said how the officials don't see some of these things is baffling at times, like you say.
And replacing number yellow Alonso is number 15, Max Robson.
Max Robson, 19-year-old Max Robson is on for Tottenham, and so is 18-year-old Romain Mundle. Jack Clark and Diego Alonso have made way. Long walk for Jack Clark, because he was on this near side when he saw his number come up, and he's had to trudge all the way behind Harry Tyler's goal. There he is, little forlorn figure heading towards the corner flag on the far side. Harry Tyler clears his lines. Less than a quarter of an hour of this game to go. Everton leading by 1-0 and make no bones about it, this would be a terrific victory for the Toffees, but there's still plenty of time for Tottenham to hit back. We'd be glad of the cushion of a second goal, Clarkie, wouldn't we?
Definitely be glad of a second goal. It's it'll make things a little easier, but at the same time, this is a really good learning curve for the players, the back players especially, in the Everton team, in terms of how to manage a game and see a game out when it's very, very tight. So, as we mentioned, great to get a second goal, but a fantastic learning opportunity for some of these lads out here, how to manage the game and see off the possible threats that Tottenham may pose.
Here's Harvey White. On this right hand side is Lusal. Back to Bowden. Harvey White again for Tottenham. Again, Everton keeping their shape. Fagan Walcott. Over to Bowden. Mundle. Good turn away from Kyle John, but Kyle John comes back for more and just sticks out a leg, and it's a throw in for Tottenham.
Done really well, stuck to his task all evening.
Yep.
Been really solid defensively.
Here's Lusal again. Bowden. Alfie Devine. Good footwork by the young man. Little ball round the corner, picked up by Romain Mundle. Back to Bowden. But again, no way through for Tottenham. Kyle John, a little bit of a stumble. Mundle crosses. Headed away by Anderson. Throw in for Tottenham.
Good position there from Joe Anderson. He saw off the cross that came in really, really well.
Can Everton hold out? 11 and a half minutes to go, leading by a goal to nil. Bowden to Harvey White. And that's a real sign of the progress that the Blues are making under Unzi. Back in November it was a 4-0 victory for Tottenham Hotspur, so there's been some turnaround. Here's White. Joe Anderson.
Oh, well played.
Good composure from Joe Anderson. Lofts it forward. Sims can't win it. Seb Quirk can. And eventually it comes off Max Robson, the young substitute for Tottenham Hotspur, and it'll be a throw-in for Everton. Now then, Ellis Sims will chase this down. Muir will get there first. Sims will keep scrapping away, but Muir wins the battle. Who's caught your eye for Everton tonight, Peter?
Centre-backs union.
Yeah.
I've been really impressed with Ryan Astley. I think he's been really composed. Tell you what, I'll let you talk now.
Yeah, here's Ellis Sims on the right hand side of the penalty area. Isaac Price dashing into the penalty box. Sims plays it back to Hughes. Into the penalty area it comes, and it's gathered safely by the goalkeeper. Yeah, Ryan Astley's done well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's been really composed. He's organised, he's led. See, he's wearing the captain's armband there, but
yeah.
Whether he was, if he wasn't, he's vocal, he's an organiser. That's, I don't know, maybe a thing of the past. There's not many young defenders that do that now.
No.
So that's a really good trait he's got in his game. He's got a real appetite, real aptitude to want to defend. Been impressed with him. Also Warrington in the middle of the park. I think he's been really, really good as well. Got on the ball, been effective in his passing.
Astley's there again, but his clearing features Bowden. Now it's with Alfie Devine, formerly of Wigan Athletic. Mundle. Good play by Mundle. He's away from Isaac Price, taking on Warrington. Foot in from Stanley Mills. Breaks to Reece Hughes. Hughes chips it forward, but straight down the middle. Nowhere near Ellis Sims. And with less than 9 minutes plus whatever the referee wants to add on, and there won't be much because we've not had any physios on.
But the physios are cold. They've never had a run out all evening.
No. Joe Hinnigan, the Everton physio, has been stuck on the bench all night, which is probably what he would want.
Yeah, it's an ideal scenario when you don't need the physios on too often.
Don't have to go through a whole game without seeing them on, do you?
No. And having said that, it's been a really competitive game as well, Darren. So it's not like it's been... it
hasn't been soft, has it?
No, not in any way, shape and form. It's been a really cut and thrust affair. Lots of good play.
Corner kick for Everton, that's what we want. 8 minutes to go. Ryan Astley, Joe Anderson and Reece Welch will make their way forward. Kyle John will hang the latch, as they say, on the halfway line. A second goal in that goal there would be absolutely ideal at this stage of proceedings. Reece Hughes will take the corner kick from the far side. There go the three big men from the back, Welsh, Anderson and Astley. Stanley Mills joining them inside the penalty area. Ellis Sims in front of the goalkeeper. In comes the corner kick, up go the heads. Muir heads it away. Lewis Warrington cracks it back, and he's hit the inside of the post, and it comes away to safety on this near side. And I thought Lewis Warrington had doubled the advantage with a well struck shot. He's not going to come closer than that. Unlucky.
No, the connection as it sat up at the edge of the box, I'm thinking to myself, shoot.
Yeah.
And then part of me thinks, should you? It could go anywhere. But the execution of the shot was fantastic.
Here's the replay, Peter. Dealt with by Muir first. Bang! takes a deflection, hits the inside of the post and spins across the goal. We'll get a great view of it here.
Even better from behind.
He's not going to come closer than that. Lewis Warrington. It would have capped a fine display, another industrious display from the Everton midfield player. Did not catch that. The help of a deflection, albeit inside of the post and away, and still Tottenham Hotspur will think that, well, they'll know they're still in this game. They're only a goal behind.
Of course, it's always in the balance when it's 1-0, and like I say, the second would give a nice cushion, but the whole team, defenders certainly, have got to be aware of the threat that Tottenham pose on the counter-attack now.
Good challenge again from Lewis Warrington. Here's Rhys Hughes. Mills finds Quirk. Back to Mills again. Tottenham will be approaching desperation stakes in the next few minutes or so. Warrington to Isaac Price. And this is good from Everton. This is what we need to do. Just keep the ball. Hughes spreads it to Kyle John on this near side. Good take by the young Welshman. Brings it in field. Kyle John tries to slip it through. Doesn't quite make it.
Well done. Terrific
challenge from Kyle John. And down he goes. He's got a little bit of cramp, has he? Maybe.
Is that the commentator's curse?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There's Joe. Might need Joe Hinnigan. No, we won't. He's back on his feet. Never tempt fate in the commentary box, Peter. You'll learn that. Bowden finds Robson. Here's Scarlett. And Astley's there again. Anywhere will do. Fagan Walcott wins the header. Good leap by Stanley Mills. Hughes can't pick it up. Tottenham will get a throw in. Less than 5 minutes to go.
Going to be a really interesting 5 minutes, Darren, because Tottenham they've got the ball. They're looking for that goal. They'll want to extend their unbeaten record, but at the same time, we're in the ascendancy in terms of the scoreline, and we want to make sure we don't allow them back in. So 5, 6, 7 minutes of real good concentration from the back players and hard work from those in front of them will, all being well, see us through.
Yeah, let's hope so. Jamie Bowden wide on this right hand side to Lusal into the penalty area. Chance for Tottenham. Reece Welch in the right place at the right time. It was Max Robson coming in on the far side, and it was a chance. It really was.
It was a fantastic block, to be honest with you, from Reece Welch.
Good ball in.
Yeah, just gets inside of Seb Quirk on the far side.
Corner kick, in it comes. Up go the heads. It's a packed penalty area, but there's no pace on the header from Jaden Williams, the 17-year-old substitute who came on for Alfie Devine, and that's a safe gather for Harry Tyra. And Harry can get the ball forward or play out from the back. Just eats up a few more seconds. Here at Southport, the Toffees less than, now just on 3 minutes away from victory. Lewis Warrington just nods it wide to Seb Quirk, who runs out of time and space, and it's a throw in for Tottenham Hotspur. And your mate Chrissy Powell is prowling up and down on this near touchline. He'll be willing the boys forward, and Reece Welch will be yellow carded there for a drag back on Dane Scarlett. Took one for the team there.
Yeah, the very words I was going to use. Sometimes you have to take one for the team. They were breaking out of midfield. He just got himself wrong side, but as you say, pulled him back, stopped the flow, stopped the attack in the middle third of the pitch, and hopefully now the Everton defensive unit can see off the threat from this free kick.
The leaders West Ham United have been beaten at home to Leicester City. As you can see, Manchester City meanwhile have won at Chelsea. But here at Southport, this is all we're concerned with, and there's danger for Everton. Harvey White, the captain, will take this free kick. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on inside the penalty area there. Joe Anderson involved. He's a big scouser, Joe Anderson. He won't be backing away from anything.
No, it's good to see. I mean, we don't want a full-blown brawl, but it's good to see that the lads are giving no...
Bit of passion.
Yeah, of course. Bit of passion, not giving up any inches. and making sure that they're not taking advantage of, shall we say.
Stand the ground.
Definitely.
Jamie Bowden's being spoken to at length by the referee, and there will now be a couple of minutes of added time. After all that, Harvey White takes the free kick. It's decent. Ryan Astley watches it all the way, clears his lines. Tottenham recycle the ball. It's whacked away by Kyle John. He wasn't pulling out of that. Throw in for Tottenham. We approach the 90th minute of the game. Everton leading by a goal to nil here at Southport. Throw in for Spurs. Williams, he's run out of space. It's a goal kick for Everton. That'll do us. The clock will tick past 90 as Harry Tyler propels the ball deep into Tottenham territory. It's where we want it to be. It's where we need it to be. Get it forward to Seb Quirk or Rhys Hughes or Ellis Sims and just hold on to it as we await the fourth official.
This is where you're looking for your forward players, Ellis Sims especially here, for them to compete and really dominate this situation, win a flick on or hold the play up.
High into the dark Southport sky. Oh, Tottenham have got plenty of plays forward here, but Ryan Astley smashes the ball high into the air, bounces out of play on this near side. Bernie Lusal will take the throw in. Fourth official on the far side has the added time board in his hand. Joe Anderson clears his lines. Throw in for Tottenham again. There will be 4 minutes of added time here at Southport. Everton have got 4 minutes to hang on. Muir to Lusal, infield to Bowden. Bowden just chips it into the penalty area. Reece Welch watches it, wins the first header. Joe Anderson the second, and then it's hooked to safety. Forward come Tottenham again. That's what's going to be the pattern of these last closing few minutes. Harvey White trying to dribble his way through. Down he goes, wants a penalty, not going to get one. Everton can't get rid of the ball. Harvey White picks it up again. It's like the Alamo here. Mundle for Tottenham, closed down by Isaac Price, turns one way, then the other. Mundle takes on Price, he's got the half a yard that he wanted, and it's directed goalwards, and it's just wide. Harry Tyler probably had it covered, but it was a moment of worry there for Everton. Max Robson with a little guided header, and it wasn't a million miles away, Clarkie.
No, I mean, as we said before, there was going to be some defending needed to be done. The lads have stuck at the task brilliantly. Really good attitude to wanting to defend and keep the ball out the net. And I think, as you say, it comes across the cross and the little header. I think Tyra had it covered. I think he took his hands away just at the last moment. Yeah, I think he dived inside his post and knew it was going the wrong side. Now, just got to kind of manage the time and take the time, taking throw-ins, taking goal kicks.
2.5 minutes to go.
I know it'll probably irritate the opposition, but it's something we don't really care about.
Nope.
Winning games and doing what's necessary is the most important thing.
Volleyed forward by Lusal. Stanley Mills wins the header bravely because he knew he was going to get clattered, and he did get clattered. It's a head injury, so the referee has to blow the whistle and stop the game. And Ryan Astley probably saying to the referee, don't you think that was a foul? He certainly caught one then, did Stanley Mills. And Joe Hinnigan, the physio, in the 93rd minute of the game, gets himself on the telly. There's the challenge.
He looks to lead with an elbow.
He's caught one there, hasn't he? Well, Ryan Astley sprinted across. Oh, dear me.
Oh, wow.
That's a nasty one. Ryan Astley sprinted across to the referee to make him aware of it. Stanley Mills has really caught one there. It's not a pleasant challenge. A little bit dazed. Thumbs up from Joe Hinnigan. Just couldn't quite see it there, but we might get a better view here.
Doesn't see him coming. He comes from the wrong side, the striker. Doesn't see him coming and catches him. Poor challenge.
It is. And Stanley Mills, well, he's no shrinking violet himself, isn't Stanley Mills?
I'm sure if he's anything like his dad, it's he'll be ready to compete.
Chance. Oh no, it's scrambled away, and it's a corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur.
Fantastic challenge there to deny, well, to block the shot. It's I think he might have a little bit of cramp there, but I think it was Carl John. Another fantastic challenge.
Corner kick for Tottenham. Time ebbing away. Less than a minute to go. Headed away at the near post. Isaac Price. It's Rhys Hughes. Anywhere will do.
Now
it's a misplaced clearance, and that should be enough.
Take your time
for Everton. Yeah,
Walk.
Take your time. Showing a bit too much eagerness to get the ball there. Kyle John's a bit more clued up. He's ambling across to take this.
Could do with him tying his lace or something now as he gets ready to take this, but
that might be pushing it a bit too far.
I think it possibly could, Darren.
Joe Anderson on the halfway line. Seconds to go. Everton leading. Referee checks his watch. Lusal wins the first header. It bounces in front of Rhys Hughes. He wins the second one. Lusal scrambles it away. Ryan Astley makes it his. Nobody else other than Ryan Astley was winning that. Dale Scarlett didn't like it.
Had a little bit of afters as well, and there was only ever one winner. Only ever one winner. Really impressed with him tonight. He's the way he's played, the way he's led, has been fantastic.
Everton are nearly there. Some cramp over on the far side for Stanley Mills. He's had a rough couple of minutes, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's. I think he's going to feel the effects of it when he gets sat down back inside.
Makes his way back. There's only one place this free kick's coming from. Tottenham. The goalkeeper Joshua Oluwayemi comes across to take the free kick. He's just going to pump it high into the air, deep into Everton territory. We've had 5 minutes of the added 4. The goalkeeper takes the free kick. It reaches the edge of the box. Welsh powers it away. Rhys Hughes misses his kick. Stanley Mills doesn't. Ellis Sims will chase after it. Romain Mundle, the substitute, makes a bit of a hash of the clearance. Lusal picks it up. Referee's added 4.
I think he's forgotten his watch is even ticking.
Astley's there again. Smashes it away. Lusal will get there for Tottenham. Referee checks his watch, puts his whistle in his mouth and blows the final whistle, and Everton have secured a terrific victory here against Tottenham Hotspur. It was hard work, it was a close game, it was a closely contested game, but Tottenham Hotspur, for the first time in 9 matches, have suffered defeat. It's at the hands of Everton by 1-0. Peter Clark.
Really, really good performance, really good victory from Everton.
Thank you very much for your support this evening.
Thoroughly deserved?
I think so. Times Tottenham dominated possession, had the upper hand in terms of that, but as I said before, I think there's times where you can actually control an opposition without the ball, and at times Everton did that. Came under pressure near the end, but I think defensively they stood up, they did everything that was necessary, they defended their box brilliantly, deserved a clean sheet and deserved the victory.
It's finished at Southport. Everton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, and my thanks to Peter Clark. Hope you've enjoyed your Everton TV debut, mate.
Loved it, thank you for having me.
Everton 1, Tottenham 0.